Yes, I'm Fred Syversen, and I come from Norway, but actually live down in Chamonix wintertime. Have my base here. Not only skiing here, but nice area, and I like it down here. When I came here first time, I was in '94. I started my studies in Grenoble and then to Mont. And then I was roaming around La Grave, Les Deux Alpes, Sercheux, a lot of those places down further south. And it was about 200 something kilometers to go to Chamonix. But we never went to Chamonix in that period because I always thought I'll end up in Chamonix one way or another. Someday I'll be there. I just knew it in the back of my head. Of course, some of the reasons to come here is the size of the mountains. They're huge, and I mean, it is not everywhere you can do a 2,800 vertical meter ski run, you know, with lift access. Yeah, definitely the skiing has changed. If I look back to my child years and through my racing career and everything, so everything has changed, both ride styles, technique, skis and boots. Not that much boots, but bindings and skis, especially skis by the end of the 90s, beginning of the 2000s. And also people has changed by jibbing and freestyle coming into late 90s maybe. From more or less snowboarding, and you can see some of those guys who started freestyling like at the end of the 90s are now kind of growing up and going into the big mountains and taking their style out there. And that's one of the things really good with freeskiing, that you can have your personal kind of style, and like an artist you can always show sides of yourself. I guess it's always gonna evolve and keep on being a progressive sport. The competitions are good for younger people, I will guess, who can make a name for themselves. It's a good learning curve to do competitions in the beginning. I've done a lot, and it kind of pushes you to the border of your limits, and you see other people's creativity and how they ski the mountain, which lines they pick, how they ski those lines. After that jump, I didn't really realize at once what it kind of did, but it kind of spread without me having any control of it. And people ask, and I understand why they ask, you know, because it's not something that goes on every day, and of course I understand that they're curious. And sometimes I try to give them some info as well, but make it as short as possible. But I guess it has opened many doors, because people are curious and people want to talk, and more people know me, and I have more freedom to do my own projects. Which also is good, because I'm a grown-up man and not 20 anymore. And I guess it was better that it happened now than when I was 25, because I think I'm more mature to handle it now than I was before. I think that when you're on your home mountain, I think you have a clear advantage to people who never skied there. And if you skied that venue before, you know where the rocks are, the cliffs are, and stuff like that. But not necessarily, because you can always also be nervous, you know, because you're on your home turf and you feel like, I gotta really show the guys now because this is my terrain. But you know, terrain is terrain, wherever it is, and a mountain is a mountain. It's a little different here and there. So people who are good at recon their lines and visualizing their lines and remember it, they can ski as good as the locals, I think. The French are always doing good, and I think maybe Ducron could, if he's in shape, he'll definitely be one of the contestants to pay attention to. And but I'm not so familiar with the men this year. Some of them, but I know a couple of Norwegian girls who are doing it. It's Anne-Mai Slinning and Pia Nick Gundersen. So those are the only two Norwegian girls on the tour, I think. And it's weird that we had so many Norwegian guys, men, that could be in the World Tour, you know, but suddenly the girls are the ones who like take the advantage from the boys. And that's kind of cool to see though, but we always look at the boys and yeah, I think maybe him can go to the World Tour, yeah, he'll be good, and then suddenly there are two girls just popping up. Yeah, one other skier that is Eva Wagner from Austria, teammate of mine in White Dot, and she is doing the World Tour as well. She too is a really good skier, but she's also a former racer. And Pia is a former racer, Anne-Mai is a former racer. So I guess there are a lot of guys coming from racing is doing well in free skiing. It's interesting, but it's also not the only thing to do in free skiing. Free skiing is about being free. It's in the word. Ski free, be yourself.